Hey up YouTube, and welcome to my video guide for the Horde of the Hunt. The Horde of the Hunt is a Minecraft Legend faction. If you want a written version of this guide, just head over to TrueAchievements.com where I've made the written walkthrough. So the Horde of the Hunt specialise in speed and numbers, and they're honestly not that bad to deal with. In fact, I would argue they're the easiest faction in the entire game, depending on when you decide to fight them. Once you defeat 2 bosses, so by this point we already have, if you're following the written guide, you know the order that's recommended is Horde of the Spore, Horde of the Bastion, and then Horde of the Hunt. And the reason why we leave Horde of the Hunt for last is because once we defeat 2 bosses, we can move on and get warriors. We unlock warriors, which are basically souped up villagers. They're the best unit in the game. They deal massive melee damage, have a brilliant amount of health, and they're free. They don't cost anything to spawn. So to get warriors, all you need to do is just teleport between your villages, and sometimes you have to wait up to around about 30 seconds. Usually they spawn in groups of 20 per village, so you can get a group of like 80 in no time whatsoever. So once we've got our army of warriors, all we're going to do really is just go to the Horde of the Hunt's bases, get our warriors, and just send them charging at the Nether Portal. I want you to ignore all the defences, I want you to ignore all the mobs. Make sure you've got your firsts with you, especially the first to break, because he is an absolute godsend when it comes to using the rush strategy. And just focus on the Nether Portal. Send everything you've got charging at it, okay? So that's 80 warriors you're sending at the Nether Portal. And just watch how quickly that Nether Portal starts cracking, okay? And if you're getting impatient, I don't know how, because of how quick it is, but if you are getting impatient, just grab some creepers and throw them in there as well. Because the creepers will do massive damage on top of all the warriors, and the piglins aren't going to be able to keep on top of it. It doesn't matter. Because when the first to brick is actually attacking the Nether Portal and stood next to your warriors, he's got like a ground pound attack that does AoE damage. It sends other troops flying, so smaller piglins will go flying off the top of the Nether Portal, covering your warriors for longer. Combine this with his shield, which defends them from projectiles from enemy towers, and honestly, the warriors and the brick rush is insane for defeating the Horde of the Hunt. Like, I promise you, if you didn't get the Bulldoze achievement earlier, as long as there's no lava towers and you're running at this with at least an army of 80 warriors, you're going to get that Bulldoze achievement, no problem, trust me. But once you've defeated all the Horde of the Hunt's bases using the rush strategy, the Horde of the Hunt's boss actually attacks you at your villages, okay? So whereas the Horde of the Spore and the Horde of the Bastion had made their own fortress on the map, this guy's going to attack your villages, and that's another reason why we save it for last, okay? So once you know which village he's going to attack, you need to place 3 horse towers, okay? And if you place these 3 horse towers in range of each other, you'll get the achievement bringing out the big blocks, okay? So bear that in mind. But yeah, you want to place 3 horse towers in the village. I recommend 1 frost, 1 stun, and 1 blast tower. Place them relatively close to each other, but not directly next to each other if you want to get the most out of them. Me personally, I wasn't that bothered, so I just put them all next to each other. But if you want to get the most out of them, then definitely spread them apart a little bit. But yeah, so what you're going to do is, if we use a 2 village method, okay? We've been using the main/lesser village methods, haven't we? And in the preparation phase, I told you that your villages were going to come in handy for defeating bosses, and this is exactly what I meant, okay? So because you've protected your villages, you now have access to warriors. You can get an army of 80 warriors. You can go to the village he's going to attack. If it's a main village, great. All you have to do is just wait for him to show up. Most of your defences are set. So, you might want to add kaboomeries, you might want to add battle drums, you might want to add spyglass overlooks. That's your call, that's up to you, go for it. And in that case, just wait for him to show up, make sure you've placed yours towers, and then when he shows up, just place skeletons on the inside of your wall and they'll keep hitting him. And then rush at him with the army of 80 warriors. But if the beast attacks a lesser village, it's honestly not that bad either. All you need to do is just open the village chest. Once you've opened the village chest, you should have a load of stone and a load of wood. Then just go and spam loads of watchtowers around the area. You can add a masonry if you want, but you don't have to. So add a load of watchtowers, just keep spamming them, go for as many watchtowers as possible. The more the merrier. Try and make like an area surrounding your well house full of watchtowers, because this is going to give us a distraction. It means the beast is probably not just going to charge your well house directly. So as you can see here, I'm actually fighting the beast, and this fight's in real time. I defeated the beast in under 3 minutes, no problem. I was actually really surprised at how quick he fell using this strategy that I'm telling you. So yeah, like you see here, I built loads of watchtowers, and then I lured him. So his first attack is always a charge attack, and he'll charge at you. Don't send your warriors at him until after he's charged. Once he's charged and he's kind of recovering from that charge, then send all your warriors flying towards him. Just send them at him. So your warriors will then follow him no matter where he goes. So every time he charges, whatever. Then you're going to build a creeper spawner, right? And with this creeper spawner, I want you to spawn as many creepers as you possibly can and just send them at the boss. We've literally had enough. We're just Hail Marying it now. We're just going to get a load of creepers and send them at the boss. Because with the army of warriors already chipping away at his health, once you send those creepers in, it's game over for him. And I can promise you that after you defeat the beast, if you use this method properly, you're going to agree with me that this is the easiest boss in the game, without a shadow of a doubt. One thing to bear in mind before you defeat the beast is make sure you're fully upgraded. Because the minute that the beast is defeated, the final hog will spawn, and we'll move into the final phase of the game, where we won't be able to apply any more upgrades. If you're looking for a guide on how to defeat the Grey Hog, make sure you check that out, it'll be on this YouTube channel. If you're looking for a guide for the entirety of Minecraft Legends on a legendary playthrough, check out TrueAchievements.com, where we cover every single achievement in the game, so you can 100% Minecraft Legends in no time at all, doing all in one playthrough. Have a good one, I'll catch you in the next one.